who is a sadhu, what are the qualities, characteristics of a sadhu. It's been described in the scriptures. Another thing, the other thing is that we don't study Shastra, we don't study the scriptures, the result of which is we go on different paths. Not until we study the scriptures. Being misled and wandering into different types of paths. So it said in this verse, Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi. Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi. Just by a moment's association with a pure devotee, Sadhu Sangha, Sadhu. 1/11th hundredth of a second, 1/1100th by 11. 1 second divided by 11. Lover is called. So it's said in this shloka, Sadhu Sangha Sarva Siddhi Hoye. So now coming in this way. Sadhus are the symptom of. How do you sadhu or sadhu? Only the sadhu के लक्षण हम कैसे? What are the characteristics of a sadhu? The Ishtikshava, Sadhu Lakshana, which is clearly explained in the Srimad Bhagavatam. It's showing us this. Balaram, Shloka book. Shloka book. Yeah. Seeing the suffering of others, their heart melts. They help others. They have a friendship mood towards all living entities. They don't have any enemies. They don't see anyone as enemies, like Yudhishthira. They gave so much trouble to the Pandavas. Bhim was very eager to eat. The poison in this sweet rice the Bhim was eating. When he became unconscious, they put his body in the ocean. But the Lord turned the situation around. He went to the abode of the serpents. The serpents bit him and then counteracted the poison. Just like when we get of our feet, do we take that thorn out by another thorn? So when the snake bit him, it counteracted the poison. And these demons, Duryodhana, Dushasana, trying to kill Bhima, they poisoned him. They even put their house on fire. They set fire to their house. They took their wealth by lying and gambling, to the extent that they disrobed Draupadi. They tried to disrobe Draupadi. Such rascals, Duryodhan, sinners, he is recognized as the embodiment or personification of Kali. Of Kali. He's the personification of sin. Sin. He's nothing else. In Garga Samhita, who is this Duryodhan? He's a rascal. He's the embodiment of sin. In Garga Samhita, this has been described. So, they used to call Duryodhan Suryodhan. He never called him Duryodhan. Even though he had endured so much pain and suffering, he never called Duryodhan by his name, Duryodhan, which has a negative context. He was absorbed in the Lord so much. After the Kurukshetra battle, Yudhishthira Maharaj asked this question. You are the personification. Yudhishthira is the personification of religious principles. When Draupadi is saying to Yudhishthira, when Duryodhana Dushashan tried to disrobe me, why did you not say anything? All the other Pandavas, Bhim, Arjun, Nakul and Sahadev, they manifested their anger. But why did you, Yudhishthira, not say anything? You are also my husband. Yudhishthira replied, Oh my dear Draupadi, I'm watching to see what the Lord's desire is. In Treta Yuga, Lord Ram ran after the golden deer. Is there ever such a thing as a golden deer? Did Lord Ram not know this? He's the Lord. He knows everything. Power. He has all-knowing power. He knew that this was Marich in the disguise of a deer, golden deer. They took a form of a golden deer, shimmering by the illusory potency, Maya. Did the Lord not know this? Still, the Lord ran after him into the deep forest. That person who has one arrow only, he could shot the arrow. He had such an arrow in his quiver, just by shooting one arrow, and it would never miss its target. To its quiver. Akshay Sunya Tir. That same arrow would, by the blink of an eye, that arrow would return. It's called Ramban. And some medicines in India are known by this name, Ramban, which means that this medicine will surely have effect on you, beneficial effect, and it will. They advertise this medicine in this way. So Yudhishthira Maharaj is giving this example. Did Lord Ramchandra did not know that this golden deer was an illusion? Deer. The living entities can be bewildered by the illusory potency of the Lord, but the Lord can never be bewildered by that potency. This is his pastime. In the same way, what is happening is by the will of the Lord. Oh, Draupadi you could have destroyed all of the Kauravas just by your glance. Emanate from Yudhishthira Maharaj is telling Draupadi, where did Draupadi come from? From the fire. Does anybody come from fire? We come from the womb of our mother. Nobody takes birth from fire. So in this way, Draupadi is not an ordinary person. She is directly the manifestation of Lakshmi Devi. In the Brahmanda Puran, she is known as Chaya Sita, the shadow of Sita, that which Ravan kidnapped. In this Dapara Yuga, she came as Draupadi. This is a very long pastime, but Yudhishthira Maharaj is telling to Draupadi, you could have destroyed the Kauravas just by your glance. Krishna has to perform his pastimes. I did not do anything, nor did you do anything. Yudhishthira Maharaj said, whatever there is, you should understand to be the will of the Lord by his desire. We try to do something, but it doesn't work, doesn't happen. Man proposes, God disposes. We desire, but something else happens. What is going to happen will happen. That will be the Lord's wish. That which is Lord Ram's desire. And what is the desire of the Lord? Not even a leaf moves without his will, desire. We cannot even lift our hand. Whatever we are doing, you should understand. This is in some way or another the desire of the Lord. The Lord knows everything. This is the characteristics of the sadhu. The devotee never sees anyone as a demon. We are not like that. We swear at somebody and fall out with them. We never speak for them for 6 months. If we see them, we turn our face. You are my enemy. We think like this. Nothing happened. When somebody understands that this is the desire of the Lord, then what can we do? Characteristics of sadhu are being told. Titikshva, Karnika, Surita Sarvadeva, Ajata Shatrava, Shanta, Sadhu. Sadhu is always tolerant, forbearing, very merciful. They are the well-wishers of every living entity. As calm as you can be, this will be to your benefit. You have no benefit in getting angry with anyone. Nothing. Sometimes we have to get angry just to show them some fear. Once, in one village, there was a small jungle, a snake, very poisonous snake. The snake harassed the villagers, sometimes biting them, the cows, the animals. All the village was very unhappy. One day, Narad Rishi came to that village. Seeing the sadhu, the villagers said, "Please do something to save us from this snake in this jungle. This snake harasses us and troubles us by biting. Please do something." Narad Rishi said, "Okay." He went into the jungle. Seeing Narad Rishi, the snake raised its hood. The Narad Rishi is a sadhu, not like us. So if he sees the snake, is that he's afraid. Narad Rishi raised his hand, and from his hand some energy, and the snake lowered its head. The snake realized that this is not an ordinary person, and the snake bowed his head down to the feet of the sadhu Narad Rishi. And Narad Rishi told the snake not to harass the villagers. The snake said, "I am now your disciple. I'm your disciple. I've surrendered to your lotus feet. Whatever you say, I will do." That is the nature of a disciple. Just by giving mantra is not becoming a disciple. True disciple follows the instruction of the guru. The other is just a formality. In Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says in this shloka, "Shishashtitam mam shadi prapanna." I am now surrendered soul unto you. As you say, I will do. The disciple is such that he takes the chastisement of the guru. In this way, the snake told Narad Rishi, "I am now your disciple." Narad Rishi said, "Listen, from today on, do not bite anyone." Saying this, Narad Rishi left that place, and the snake was to eat whatever it could find, and the rest of the time it to stay in its hole. It didn't hassle anybody, didn't bother anyone. Now the villagers thinking, "Where is that snake?" 2-3 months passed by. The cold season had come. At that time, the sun came out of the hole and lied in the sun, especially in the winter. It likes to stay in the sun. The cowherd boys, men, they saw the snake is there. He's just lying there. The villagers came closely to the snake. Now the snake is not doing anything. Now they touched the snake, the tail of the snake, but the snake did not do anything, did not react, because Narad Rishi told him, don't bite anyone. Now they got hold of the tail of the snake and they played with the snake. Then if you do that to a snake, it breaks their body. Blood, pus would come out. Now the boys left the snake. It's used. The snake remembered his Gurudev, Rishi. Gurudev, please save me. When the snake remembered Gurudev, Narad Rishi appeared and said, "Oh, look, by your instruction, I do not bite anyone. I live here. I live peacefully, find some food, and I live in my hole. And now the season is cold. I came outside in the sun. I was bathing in the sun. But what these boys did, they took my tail and threw me around, and now I'm about to die." Narad Rishi said, "What did I tell you? Don't bite anyone. Bite anyone. Don't bite anyone," I said. Huh? You could have frightened them to protect yourself. Don't bite, but just to frighten them. You didn't do that. This is your fault. Just to show anger externally. Like a small boy does not listen to your words. If you raise your voice a little bit, then you scare them. Otherwise, the child will not listen. In this way, this word sadhu is quiet and passive. Does not mean that he does not protect himself if anybody makes an offense. Sadhu has two things. Sadhu has two things in his hand: a mala, japa mala, and bhala. Bhala means to, like a stick, to ward off others who were offensive. Like Hanuman, he has a club in his hand, just to punish people. You have to tolerate everything. No. The miscreants, you have to punish them. Sometimes we say, we have two things. We have this, we're chanting on the mala. The bhala means something like a stick. Once in Bengal, we were preaching, and I was carrying my danda. When you go to Navadvip, do parikram. We were in the bus. And the boys were saying, "Why are you carrying a stick? Why? What is the stick for?" Like, like for the animals, we have to beat them because the animals, they don't behave. This is not for everyone. Those who are rascals, they need it for punishment. Those who do not behave should be punished. If you don't punish those miscreants, they can get away with misbehaving. Santa, he is absorbed. This very important shlok. Who is the sadhu? Ravan also, he took the dress of a sadhu. He wore red cloth and begged for alms. Sita said to Ravan, I will just wait, I will bring some alms. She came outside her hut. Ravan said that line that Lakshmana drew on Lakshman Rekha, which we spoke about the other day. Lakshman Rekha. Before leaving Sita, he drew this line around the hermitage. It's known as Lakshman Rekha or Guru Rekha. It has many names. Lakshman is Guru Tattva, Baladev Tattva is Guru Tattva. At that time, before leaving, Lakshman told Mother Sita, don't cross this line. Any reason, demigods should not come within this line. You can come outside. If you come outside, you can be defeated. So Lakshman explained to her very carefully. So Sita Devi, what did she do? She brought some alms and told Ravan, come inside and take this. Ravan knew. He put his foot across the line and great fire came out. You saw that on the TV. Have you seen? Have you seen that part? Have you seen? Well, I have such mystic power, but I don't never seen power like this before. Ravan failed. Ravan came a little bit distant from the hermitage. He sat there. I am a perfected being, he said to Sita. He started to laugh. I have traveled many countries, and wondering I have come to your hermitage. I haven't eaten for 3 or 4 days. You bring something for me to eat. Sita, simple-hearted, thinking of the instructions of Lakshman, she could not cross the line. But Ravan kept insisting, if you want to give something, come across and give it to me. I cannot come to you. Now I've walked so much, I'm so tired, traveling so many holy places. I have not eaten anything from anywhere. Seeing your hermitage, in my mind, I will find something from you. I will have something. I know you are a chaste lady. I can see with my vision your husband is going after one deer. Ravan is saying, Ravan was very knowledgeable, but why is he doing this? Even being knowledgeable doesn't mean that you are honest or chaste or Jnani. Jnani can fall down, but a devotee will never fall down. Devotee will not fall down. A Jnani, one who has knowledge. There's 2 types of sin, knowing and unknowing. Unknowingly, we may have walked on some ants or some worm or creature. We don't have the right to kill anyone. This is called agyata, not knowing, and there are others who knowingly kill. Everybody knows that it's bad. They're very knowledgeable, very intelligent, but they still kill. They engage in acting. Knowledge is not everything. Realization. So it said in this Gyan, knowledge, and Vigyan, realization. One who realizes this will not perform any sinful activities. Even in bhakti, you will not have any desire to perform any sinful activities. in pure devotional. So you mentioned Ravan. There was nobody more knowledgeable than Ravan in the past, nor will there be in the future. What you said is not wrong, but he is Gyan. Knowledge is not everything. So, like knowledge is like a torch which shows you what is good and what is bad. But your realization, your devotional practice. So, hearing this pastimes of Ravan, who's a rascal, he was a cheater, liar, he was saying to Sita, enticing her to come out. I can see with my transcendental vision that your husband is chasing after one golden deer and is deep in the jungle. If you do not give the sadhu any alms to eat, that I can see with my vision, that deer will attack your husband. Yeah. The deer will attack your husband and kill him. Hearing this, Sita Devi, she became very nervous, and she started to say, if anybody says that about your husband, the wife would be very frightened, concerned. This is like an ordinary human pastime. Sita said, no, please don't curse my husband like this. Don't say such inauspicious things. And Ravan said, what did Ravan say? Ravan said, feed the sadhu. I cannot walk. I'm very tired. If you want to give me something, give me. Ravan, he spoke such, hearing which Sita's heart melted. Oh, please don't say this inauspicious thing about my husband. She brought out some fruits in a plate. And at the same time, Ravan snatched her hand. Then Sita would said, actually that Sita was, and she's known as Sita, not the original Sita. That original Sita, when she touched the fire, she went to the abode of Parvati. She's known as Janak Nandini. That Sita, there's another Sita, is known as, another Sita is called Vedavati. If you read the Ramayana, you will know. In the Puranas, Brahma Vaivarta Purana, Vedavati, she cursed Ravan when she went to perform austerities. Seeing her beautiful form, Ravan, Ravan caught her hair, and Vedavati, she gave up her body and cursed Ravan. I will, in my next life, be the cause of your death. That Chayasita, Vedavati at the same time. A very, very long pastime. I've just explained in a very short way. In Brahma Puran, this Sita not find in one Puran. They are from different Puranas. That Chayasita, when she crossed the line, also had Vedvati inside her. So Ravan thought, I will take her. Because of this, his entire dynasty was destroyed. 100,000 children, daughter, granddaughter, grandson. He had killed because of Vedavati's chastity. In Brahma Vaivarta Purana, this has been explained. The sadhu is not only external dress, but he is performing his practice. We are living in this world. We are studying Shastra. We have family duties. We don't know. We call people to our homes who are not sadhus. But in the end, what is the result? This brings a bad result. So we should consider these things. And nowadays, persons who come up, they take advantage of their sadhu dress and engage in activities that are not befitting that dress. They're called bandasad. Bandasad. So this is a sadhu pretending to be a sadhu, just dressed as a sadhu. He's telling one story. Oh no, where it's describing of a sadhu who's wearing a wig, long hair. Yeah? He looks original, but he's not the real McCoy. He came begging alms. One lady was in the house. Seeing the sadhu, she invited him home and gave that sadhu rupees. He was not a genuine sadhu. Without saying anything, the lady gave him 100. So the sadhu thought, if I say a little bit more, she might give me some more money. This greed rose in his heart. The real sadhu would be satisfied with what he had received. It's written in the scriptures, a sadhu should not be greedy. So this sadhu was thinking, he got 100 rupees for not doing anything. So he started to think and plotted something. He said to the lady, I've not eaten anything for 3 days. Right. Then the lady sat him down. I can see with my divine vision in your courtyard. In your courtyard, there is a wealth of oil. Under your courtyard, 100 meters down. You will be wealthier than the sheikhs of Kuwait. Yeah, they'll become very wealthy. You'll get this oil from. I can see with my divine vision. Yeah. That lady was very intelligent. She thought, and she sat the sadhu down and fed him. So she prepared some rice and sabji and offered it to the sadhu. The sadhu said, "Oh, my daughter, is there no ghee in your house? At least inside, on the rice, we usually offer some ghee." And then at that time, the woman took a broomstick and, "Oh, you rascal sadhu, you can see the oil underneath my ground and the house, but You cannot see if you move the rice. There's ghee just underneath. I put some ghee underneath the rice just to test you whether you can see the oil or not. You can see the oil. Yeah. And so just 2 inches below, there's no ghee. So she beat the sadhu out of the house. Do you understand? This is called a pretentious sadhu. Many people just speak like this and like that, and in every household there's some problem, Then they will say, "Oh, in this house you have problem." The sadhu pretends to know what's going on in your life. That you have arguments where two people stay. And some not he's not saying that there's conflict all the time, but at some time you fall out, and this is Kali. And one asks somebody to cook something for you, and they cook something else, then some argument arises. This is not unusual. They will start making a big deal out of something very small. Your house is facing the wrong direction, or they will talk so sweetly that they will captivate you, and then you go deeper and deeper into that. Now you've been caught in the net, the trap of a sadhu. They'll say, worship this demigod, do this yoga, and then they will entice everything. They'll scan you. They will rob you. This is nonsense. This is madness. They will bewilder you in such a way that what they say sounds as if it is true. Tell me, in whose house is who is not ill? Somebody or another is. Chant the mantra. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Tulsidas is saying in Kali Yuga, trust the holy names, chanting. You don't have to do anything else. All the inauspiciousness will go away by themselves by chanting. You don't have to do anything. If your mind is not agreeing, then chant a little less. But you don't need to go in here, there, or worship this demigod, worship that demigod. Trust in the holy name of the Lord. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Chant the holy names. And in Kali Yuga, only the name will deliver us. You don't have to take shelter of anyone else or anything else. And trust the holy names. Take the holy names. At least chant on neem beads. Some people complain that I give them neem mala, and they. What is the problem in giving neem beads to anyone? At least they will chant. The important thing is to chant. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Trust in the holy names. Mahaprabhu is saying, serve the Vaishnavas and do Nam Sankirtan. everything will be, all your desires will be fulfilled. And particularly give intense on chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and serve the sadhus. What is that service? Listen to Harikatha. Not that sadhus come and you spend all your time cooking in the kitchen and not listening to Harikatha. It's just simple, something. Listen and sit in front of sadhu to hear Harikatha. What is the meaning of sadhu sangha? To hear Harikatha. Wherever I go, I cannot stop less than 2 hours to speak Harikatha. And, says, I will cook. If you haven't cooked, I will cook myself. And when I ask them, what are you doing? I say, I'm cooking, Maharaj. Then he chastises me, come, how long does it take to cook? Sit here, listen to Harikatha. Hare Krishna. He said, he cooks very nicely as well. Not until you listen to Harikatha from the lips of the sadhu, how will your heart become purified? Because how will your heart be purified? Only by Harikatha. Punasavarana Kirtanam. Prayasu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. There is Srimad Bhagavatam. The evidence is given when you go to the sadhu to listen to Harikatha. What did Parikshit Maharaj cook for Shukadeva Goswami? Nothing is described. 7 days, 7 nights. They recited. It was 24 hours. We cannot do that. At least 1 hour you should sit. The sadhus come and you are wandering here and there. No, you should sit and listen. You've called me to the house to speak Harikatha, so you should listen. And it's true that you cannot perform your bhajan on an empty stomach. And I've taken neck beads, but you're not feeding me. So I will return the neck beads back to you. Before the sadhu comes, you should prepare everything. And the sadhu comes, sit and listen. This Harikatha is the only thing that will benefit you. Is directly Sri Hari, the Lord Himself. This is transcendental vibration. It's going in your ears and will sit in your heart and clean your heart. And the Lord will manifest there. Sinatan Sakatam Krishna. Sabhajashu Nityam Bhagavad. Sadhu service, serving the sadhu is to listen to his Harikatha. I'm emphasizing this. Listen. There is potency in the pastimes of the Lord, His transcendental sound vibration. That will work for you. If you cook so much with hundreds and you think you fed the sadhu, if you go to Vrindavan, Mathura, go with them, you find many sadhus like that. Set means a wealthy person that are feeding many people. Food is they put a tent and distribute many food for many thousands of people. When they go on parikrama, they feed thousands of people. But we are fold our hands. They want to earn pious credits. There are many hundreds of thousands of people like this to offer food for others. She's asking whether we should eat it or not. It's up to you. If you look very dark, if you consider it to be prasad, just take a little bit honor. If you think your consciousness that this is prasad, then take a little. If you don't have that, if you don't have that mentality that this is prasad and you eat it, then it's karma. If there's prasad from Giriraj celebrations, just take a little, honor a little. If you give a little donation, exchange. If you eat from somebody's house, you have to give something back. My Gurudev Srila Bhaman Goswami Maharaj, when he used to go to others' homes, if he did not give Harikatha, he would not take prasad there. If I Harikatha, I wouldn't want to eat in your house. This was his rule. Wherever he went, in whoever home he went, he would speak Harikatha. 5, 6 hours, 10, or he used to travel. Wherever he went, he used to speak Harikatha. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever suits. Only by Harikatha will your heart be purified. Otherwise, you are just sleeping, eating, staying as a son-in-law. Some people listening to my words, they criticize. The sadhu has a duty, responsibility to speak Harikatha. If you go in that person's house, you have to speak some Harikatha. So from the morning, we're saying, let's go to the temple. We have to do Mangala Aarti. Then we have to sit in Harikatha. Then afternoon, now we go again to taking Jai Shri Didi to hear Harikatha. Then night again. It will be 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, then 7 o'clock, Aarti, then rest 2 hours. And then Harikatha again, 10, 11 o'clock. This is the only concern of the sadhu, is how the living entities will be benefited. And Harikatha is the best, and Harinam. Nobody, nothing benefit or cannot benefit others. Only like Tavakathamrita. And for this reason, in the Shastras, Kathamritam Tapta Jivanam Kavibiriritam Kalmasamapam Shavanamangalam Srimadattatam Uidinanti Te Buridajana. Material wealth. But some knowledge they give, some give cloth, some food. Best donor is Bhagwan, who recites the pastimes of the Lord and who is practicing themselves. If you don't practice yourself and gives this charity, it won't get any effect. You yourself practice and engage others. And let live. Or you live yourself and help others live. If you perform devotional practice yourself, then engage others also in practicing that. The Lord has given you wealth. What will you take with you? If you give it to your children, they will just destroy. They'll be wasted. If the Lord has give, then make a temple, then or serve the temple. The children of their karma, their own karma. Everyone has come according to their karma. They will attain the fruits of their reaction. What you have got from your karma, engage in the service of the Lord. He didn't. He left everything. Everything. Her husband passed away, and he left everything for the temple. This is how life should be. Who has anything lacking in their life? Everybody will get what they deserve. There's one thing going around in the internet. They're saying that by doing a PhD, MA, they still cannot get a job. This very rich person in India, he did not pass his primary, secondary examinations, but now he's a trillion billionaire. This is not, money is not made from doing a degree. Some perform sinful activities and earn money. And some earn money by performing pious activities. There are many doctors who are corrupt. And what is the result of that? Life after life, they will have to suffer the reaction. If you earn money through sinful reaction, that will be come to you as a reaction in next lives. There's not your son. They have come to suck your blood from what you did to them in previous lives. You're thinking you have achieved something, but in reality, from that very son of yours will in one another take that money from you with interest. Either if, like for example, they become ill, then you spend a lot of money on them. They will take money. I've seen this a lot in India. They take somebody else's son, they adopt another son. They're like an orphanage. After 6 months, that son does not talk. They cry. They come to me and cry. What can I do? Listen, you took another's child, you adopted another child, and look what happened. Now the whole life, the doctors say there's no solution to this. In India, and they're my disciples. Don't do this. If the Lord has not given you a child, just be happy with that. Be content. They think, so we will adopt. The doctor said you cannot have any children, but still they insist. Their orphanage, they take a child from the orphanage. After 6 months, they realize dumb, dumb, disabled. The spine is not strong. Then until they're alive, you have to look after them. It's better that they didn't adopt. If they do not listen, what can we do? I am not a magician of that caliber. You do your bhajan, whatever the Lord desires, you will get. When I said to perform, engage in devotional service, they're asking for me to bless them with a child, but I'm not giving that blessing. This is the pastime of Chitraketu Maharaj, who came as Vitrasur. Chitraketu Maharaj didn't have any children. He cried so much in front of a sadhu. Mandak. He's just crying in front of this rishi, and the rishi felt sorry for him, gave them a fruit and fed the wife. The wife became pregnant, and the son, and warned them that you will have both happiness. You will have happiness, and you will have suffering. What happened? All the envious queens of that mother killed the child. They put some poison in the milk and fed the child, and the child died. Ketu Maharaj began to cry, lamenting. Did you hear of this pastime? Then Narad Rishi came, Angira Rishi came, and explained to him. And explained to him. They brought back the son to life, and the child explained that I came only for this short period of time. Some came as the child, a daughter, a son. Everyone comes according to their karma. And this arrangement has been made that you pay back what you owe to each other. So one should take shelter of Mukunda, then all your debts will be fulfilled. In the lotus feet of Govinda, or meditating on Govinda, all your debts will be finished, cleared. That's why we worship Govinda. Everybody's coming in this world according to their karma. We try to understand this. Some is a daughter, some is a son, some is a husband, wife. We come according to our karma. When the karma is finished, then just like the birds in the morning fly from their nest, and again they come together at night, and as the morning then they all fly the nest. The same way in this material world. And this is called the illusionary potency. One who knows this, then he does not lament. You should give respect to everyone, do your duty. This is my mother. But doing your duty without attachment. And this attachment is the cause of bondage. Serve your mother, serve your father, serve your brother, sister, uh, your in-laws, but do without attachment. So, we are living together. We have some rules and regulations. You have to uh, perform your duties, but don't be attached. One by one, eventually, everything will fly away. It will fly the nest. You cannot hold on to them. For this reason, you can understand that the Lord has given and the Lord has taken away. Who gave you that child? The Lord had given you that child. Now the child will be taken by the Lord. Sadhu was doing parikram and from one city to another. He gave some money to his neighbor to look after. That money is not his, it's not the neighbor's, it's that sadhu's. When after 1 month, 2 months, 4 months, the sadhu returns, he'll come back to that neighbor and take back his wealth. The person who's looking after the wealth cannot think that this is my wealth. He's just given it to look after. So in this way, in this world, we call mother, father, brother, sister, son or daughter. They are all given to us to be looked after by the Lord. We should understand this. The Lord has given, and at the appropriate time, the Lord will take away. They go to their abode, the Lord's abode. Well, there's no need to cry, no need to lament. The Jayashri is explaining how her husband was serving all the time in the service of Shri Guru and Vaishnavas. Oh, the son will be reap what he has acquired from previous lives and his karma. We just have to wait for the right time. One day will come when we don't have anything to eat, and a time will come when we have so much to eat. This is according to time. And we become in such a situation, sometimes we don't get anything. And sometimes we have so much. Even it's difficult to sometimes get a dry roti. This is according to time. This is nice kirtan by the Brajvasis. Everything comes according to time, and time does everything. If you do good karma, good